The souvenir programme for the King's coronation contains a somewhat awkward picture of King Charles, Queen Camilla, Catherine and William with Harry and Meghan, despite her skipping the event. The 84-page official souvenir, which costs £20, went on sale on Monday ahead of the event on Saturday the 6th of May. Among its pages is a full-page photo of the Sussexes alongside Charles, Camilla and the Prince and Princess of Wales as well as their children. The photo, taken in 2018 to mark the King's 70th birthday, is included despite the fact Meghan is to stay at home in California on what will be her son Archie's birthday. This is good trolling by Buckingham Palace. They put this picture out without the invisible kids. It's a horrible picture of Meghan. She's bending over and looks a little bit weird. No photos were ever taken with Archie and Lilibet and their grandparents. Maybe the kids don't exist, maybe it's a sign of things to come, and Archie and Lily are going to be quietly written out of history. After it was announced that only Prince Harry would be flying to London for King Charles's coronation, everyone is now pointing their fingers at Meghan Markle for supposedly keeping their two children, Archie and Lilibet, away from their grandfather. The Daily Mail contributor and columnist Dan Wooten had a lot to say when it was announced that only Prince Harry would be travelling to London for the coronation. He took to his Twitter account to write, "So Meghan bottles it, leaving Prince Harry to attend the coronation alone in order to avoid boos from angry Brits in the crowd. But how sad to deny the King the chance to see his two grandchildren, who will remain in California." Needless to say, many royal fans and critics alike sure did have a lot to say about the matter too. Many of them responded to Dan's tweet with comments such as, "Sad, I doubt it. He's got more than enough love. He can manage without her children, thank you very much." Along with, "Charles could go and see them anytime he wants, I'm sure, Dan." Another critic wrote, "Dan, the King already has 3 grandchildren that he knows and loves, George, Charlotte and Louis. Why should Harry's kids, who he hardly knows, and their royal-hating mother Meghan, be allowed to steal the show, followed by their Netflix cameras? 3 cheers for Charles." According to sources close to the Sussexes, they're thinking of a plan to capitalise on the royal titles that were conceived to their children, Prince Archie and Princess Lilibet. We all know about the controversial rumour about the youngest son of King Charles III, Prince Harry, who is said to have run out of money and entered into an economic recession, mainly because of the large debts he'd been accumulating whilst residing in the United States. There's been talk of an alleged plan by the prince to recover the wealth he left behind by fleeing Buckingham Palace to marry his beloved wife Meghan Markle. Buckingham Palace has provided Prince Harry's children with a series of great benefits and important constant income for being grandchildren of King Charles III. About this, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex had no repercussions or complaints. As expected, several media outlets say that these resources granted by the royals are mainly for the first instance expenses of the grandchildren of King Charles III. According to fans and experts, the Prince and Meghan could be using part of the income to pay off large debts and accumulate a large fortune to ensure the livelihood of their own family.